Well, I hope that works. Hello, members. Oh, we're going to talk nutrition today. Yes. How's your doctor? You go get a blood test every twice a year, 3 times a year, 4 times a year? How much salt are you putting in your thing? My doctor says no more than 200 milligrams a day. Oh, that's kind of hard. That means that can of soup that I have, which is what is it? 110 milligrams per serving, and there are 3 servings in the can of soup. A little itty bitty soup, and so I have to water that down. Mm. But still, I'm going to get 300, 300, 450 if I eat the whole can. That's one day. But I guess the doctor's right because it is dangerous. Salt for the human body, um, you retain more water. That's why you have salt pills. You know those little salt pills you take? Um, the water pills. It flushes out the water out of your body. And then, of course, you do have to take a salt pill to counteract what you just flushed out of your body. But salt has been around for well, millions of years, folks. And how man figured out that when he killed something and he wanted to keep it, he either turned it into a heart attack, or he he soaked it in brine, he soaked it in vinegar, he soaked it in air dry it, smoke dry it, and salted it. And yuck, yes, that's that's what it is. Um, Salt has been important. Uh, Let me see. In the Jewish Bible, there was a city. It was built on salt, but they were using potassium or sodium nitrate in their selling salt, and they made a fortune because the fur is used for curing meat. Um, the reason it blew up is when the salt mines no longer became profitable to extract, they used it as a garbage dump. And they poured garbage down the mine shaft. So basically, everyone had a mine shaft in their backyard. And of course, all that rotting trash built up with methane and self destructive heat. It caught fire. That and the potassium nitrate or sodium nitrate united and blew up the city. Of course, it was the will of God. That's what everything that happened was the will of God. And because they were all evil and whatever thing, they drank a lot of wine, had a lot of sex, had a lot of babies, and God punished them by blowing up the town. Yeah, but the Roman Empire definitely went looking for salt mines. They invaded a country for minerals: gold, silver, copper, zinc, tin, definitely lead. That's one of the reasons going into Britain and conquering that thing is they found they had lead mines there. And lead was used for everything, plates and cups and beer mugs, and that was used by the wealthy people, and sailing joints on their aqueducts, whatever else they used it for. And one of the things about lead, it used in wine, which is pretty stupid because we know why. It made it made wine taste better. Yes, and some foods it made it wine taste better. Now we go back to salt. Salt makes food taste better. Um, it killed the flavor of, like in meat. Meat rotted. So, okay. And you kill the bacteria, and it lasted a little bit longer, and that's it. But let's get back to the problem with salt in my diet. Everything contains salt. Even your Diet Cokes contain salt. Look for the thing called sodium. Yes, and you can find it in everything. Canned food, even food itself. I mean, vegetables contain salt, something you suck up from the thing. I can buy salt from every corner of the world. At local Mario's, Trader Joe's. Oh, they got different types of salt. And salt picks up the local flavors from the minerals in it. You know, sea salt is basically, it depends on where you're collecting your sea salt. It's all the same. But people went to war for salt. They still go to war for salt. A salt mine is worth a fortune. The Great Lakes in the United States, there's a salt deposit on there, hundreds of feet thick. Yes. Salt for your roads in the wintertime, salt for your food. I can go out buy a block of salt. I can buy salt from the Himalayas. I can buy salt from Portugal. I can buy salt from Africa. You know. Yeah. But salt was important. It still is important. And we need salt. We don't need as much. It said, my doctor says 200 to 300 milligrams. 200 milligrams would be better. Right, or less. But that's awful hard. The bread I eat has salt in it. Yes. The cans of vegetable I have salt in it. They're packaged with salt, and I drain the water out. Then I put fresh water into it, swish it around, and throw that out. And then I cook that food. Natural found you can. You have ham? Yeah, well, yeah, it's a smoked ham. It's salted. Cheese is salted. Milk? I don't think so. But you never know. Ice creams have salt in it. Oh, let's see. Oh, let me look at a list here. Let's see. I got a list here that says high salt. Oh my good. I like my hot dogs. Salt. Oh yes, got another package of salt. And of course the bun has salt in it. And the relish may have salt in it. And everything but ketchup. At least in Chicago. And let's see. Oh, let me see. You know, the problem of being old and can't see. Let's see. Cooking wine, olives and pickles and sauerkraut, celery, onion, garlics, and seasoned salt. Sea salt, of course. Anything canned, smoked, salted meats. Ba 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 ba. Anything packed in oil, canned and packaged soups, vegetable thing, frozen vegetables with sauces, tomato juice. I do like my tomato juice. But you can almost immediately tell how much salt in it by just tasting. Oh, here's one for you. I used to work for a bottling company, and one of my things that I was in charge of as a analytical chemist, uh, Gatorade. Now these things are Gatorade is made in 10,000 gallon containers. You put all your ingredients in, and of course, in salt too. Yes, salt is your electrolyte. Is that right? Electrolytes? Yeah, or common salt. And it's all mixed up, brought up to a certain temperature, kept that thing for a while, and then bottled hot. And then it goes through a cooling bath. Well, bottled hot, put in the bottle, capped, and then goes into a cooling bath, or a chlorine cooling bath to make sure it's that thing. And then it's packaged and wrapped up and stacked on a pallet. Um, oh, 240,000 cases at a shift. Mm-hmm. I do remember that. Okay, well, let me see. Moderate high in sodium. Avoid or use small portion of mayonnaise, steak sausage, ketchup, chili sauce, mustard, dips and party spreads, cakes, donuts, fruit pies, macaroni and cheese. That's right. Not the macaroni, boys. It is the cheese. Pizza. Pizza. Baking powder, baking soda, cornmeal, cottage cheese, puddings, grits. Low in sodium is fresh fruits and vegetables, fresh fish, chicken, turkey, beef, lamb, eggs, hot cereal, milk, only 2 cups a day, ice cream, oils and margarine and butter, and dry everything. Tobacco sauce. Huh. Loaf of bread, jello, peanut butter, only 2 tablespoons. Tuna salad packed in water, drain and rinse. Unsalted crackers. Unsalted uh, pretzels. Mm-hmm. Except for both are baked with salt. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So, how do you keep that thing? Well, get a good glass of clean water is good, or bottled water. Yeah, I would think bottled water, though it may contains preservative in it, it should not contain salt. Let's see. Oh, yes. As I said, it depends on where something is grown, because whatever it's grown in, it will soak up what's in the soil. So, if you happen to have high concentrations of salt in the soil, mm-hmm, and you grow apples, you can almost bet those apples are pulling up the salt, or vegetables. Yes. And some of the growing places in California, they use groundwater which has salt in it. Of course, eventually kills the plant, but all these vegetables have high concentrations of salt in it. Wow. Huh. But that's a problem. So my warning: watch what you eat, watch what you drink. Watch how much salt you go into it, because high amounts of salt in your blood kills you, and not enough salt in your blood kills you. So, well, whatever it is. Okay, folks, that's about my 15 minutes of speech. Let's see what happens. Do I have a voice on here?